you're able to get up and go to work every day, you're able to freaking get your ass up off the couch and go freaking vote.
Now, I've got a controversial law suggestion I've put forth to people before, and people have liked it, but there's no way it would ever pass. I'm of the belief every 10 years when we do the census, every voter roll in the nation should be purged. Everyone should have zero registered voters when the census happens. Then everyone everywhere has to re-register. And the reason for this is there's 140-year-olds voting in elections. And I don't think we have too many 140-year-olds around. So,
Chicago's the one that started all that, though. It's
yeah.
like they really they screwed it up for Illinois. Illinois is still considered a corrupt government, and it really is. They call it the Illinois machine for a reason because of Mike Madigan. He was the last of the old school, and they finally busted him, and he's on his way to prison because found out he was extorting people for it was through the electric, I believe, the energy.
Yeah. Well, Illinois still has quite a bit of it going on. If you recall, that's where Obama came from.
Yeah. Well,
And there was a very good documentary on it.
he paid
There
for a
was a,
seat.
yeah, and it was made, the documentary was made by Democrats. There were Hillary supporters in Illinois that were very upset about how the primary was rigged.
Yeah.
Because all these people wanted Hillary, and when it comes down to it, Hillary probably won that primary. I have no doubt that Obama won the election, but I think that Hillary actually won the primary for the Democrats that time. And it was a bunch of Democrats that I listened to that convinced me of that. So it's not like I'm saying, I'm hating on anyone. I'm looking at this stuff objectively based on what I've seen. And yeah, I think, yeah, there aren't, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about conspiracy, okay? Conspiracy theories.
That is conspiracy, but yeah.
I mean, this is the good stuff. This is the stuff that people really need to actually take into consideration when that word conspiracy theory is being thrown around and everybody's making them out to be idiots. Look at the way things are today. You know what I mean? This stuff didn't just happen. And people just allow it. I mean, I call them sheeple, okay? Like, they're people, but they're sheep. And how do you control sheep? You train the freaking lead sheep in the flock, and after you train him to do what you want him to do, the rest of the flock will follow him. You don't have to train every freaking sheep in the flock, just the one that's the leader.
I hate to do this to you guys. I'm going to have to leave. I'm on Central Time at 6:30. I'm still at work.
Yeah.
My shift ended a half hour ago, but I got something else I'm doing this evening.
I agree with
So
you.
I got to get out of here.
I think it's funny. Roger's usually really big about his time. I'm surprised he went off. This must be your knack. You like
I
your
just let it
conspiracy,
go
huh?
over because it took us a little while with adjusting the stuff and everything. And I wanted to get a good amount of time with you guys because I noticed that we were actually getting into good stuff. And, you know what I mean? Give it a straight hour at least. So I really appreciate you for showing up.
It's such a good show. I cannot.
You both have been really helpful, and I enjoy that. You guys, this has been a great video.
Hey, it's even
What
got
about
a humor
tomorrow? What's the
section with my
subject?
chipmunking. So
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was probably
amazing.
the best part of the show. To the minute. No, not maybe the best. Maybe that strong second though. I was entertained. I thought it was like purposeful. Anyway, what are you doing tomorrow?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, on me? Tomorrow I am going to just be doing a tutorial for
Excuse me, sir. I cannot hear you.
Oh, don't worry. It's not important. On what is tomorrow?
I want to know. Are you doing a show tomorrow?
On Friday.
Because I know Robot said he's going to do a.
Friday, I'm doing a roundtable. It's the Minds Roundtable weekend event. So if you guys want to get on here for that, I mean, I had Mark actually come on here last week, and it was pretty cool. We were talking about just current events to just everything. You know what I mean? It's this one is specifically about conspiracy theories and stuff, but for that one, if you guys just want to get on and just have a good time and talk about what's been going on Minds or whatever, that's what it's basically about. So that's
Oh, it's a freestyle.
Yeah, basically.
I'm still trying to decide exactly what I'm going to cover on my own show. I have plans when I actually start doing my own show to just start taking some notes throughout the week and maybe do it once a week and actually scroll Minds while I'm talking. And OBS worked for me well when I was actually live casting to Minds. Didn't work so well with Jitsi, but that's kind of what I'm thinking.
What about your energy thing that you were talking about? Can you do a show on that? Because you were talking about making, you were talking about
the absorption coil.
Yeah,
that would be.
Yeah, your air conditioner. I feel as though you should definitely. That's something interesting anyway, because I have no idea what you're talking about, but I learned through you all talking about it. So can you maybe
when you start doing your own show, let me know, because I would definitely like to watch it. Okay.
Me as well.
I would.
Yeah, I don't really have any topics. I've actually kind of debated how I was going to do video.
Yeah.
And I actually put my own channel in the Minds chat. And I figured, you know what? I can do video chat in Minds. Go ahead and use it. And, using OBS, I can put us both on screen and control all that however I want.
Yeah.
But I think I'm actually going to try to use Minds video for it. Find out if it's going to work worth a shit or not.
Now that,
but I mean, like, that's link, how they'll learn, and then you can help the developers. Oh, just make sure you put the link in the general or wherever, because I would like to see.
Mark is real good at that too. If you want help, just talk with Mark Edworthy, and like on the Jitsi, don't use.
He's the reason I'm still on Minds.
Yeah.
When I first got here, my buddy Max Casey's the one who brought me along. He's the one that I've done a lot of radio type shows. I don't know if you can tell, but the Black Market Liberty show I used to do with him in the past, and there was another one that I was on quite a bit, which was Scott Ford, the Libertarian Professor. And so I actually worked with Scott Ford when I was in politics. But I've just kind of been wanting to do my own thing forever. I've got an idea to go on the road if I can actually start getting some money under me, where I would do a traveling show. I have something to. I'm thinking of a more, the TED Talks are way left leaning, and there's some really good TED Talks. But I wanted to do something that competed with them. It was more along the lines of, like we're talking about today, conspiracy, practical, things like we were talking about earlier with the refrigeration and the energy.
Yeah.
Talk to people.
Alternative energy sources. I'm big on those. That's why it's like, I don't know the chemical, how you're doing
free energy is something that's also, I mean, you have to really be into the whole conspiracy thing to really understand that concept of free energy. Like, there's a lot of people out there who believe that it can be done right here and right now, but the technology is being held back. So.
It can be. Tesla did it, but not even that though. It's crazy to me because it's like, I definitely with the free energy, I have an energy restaurant alternative company, but neither here nor there. What I'm talking about is when you're talking about, like, you put in these lines with the little letters and all those like kind of things. Like, I cannot write the equation for that stuff, but when you're talking about what we're doing, it makes it more intriguing to see what exactly is necessary in order for you to be able to facilitate these things. Because I mean, like, we are energy, and so for us to be like, okay, well, it's a conspiracy. It's not. I mean, because energy, like literally just big balls of energy, everything around us is consistent with energy, and everything, especially when you're talking that's alive, is something that we can exchange with. We do exchange with, and it's just a matter of being able to harvest that energy and how we're able to actually, like, focus where it's going and channel it to go where we would like it to go and kind of funnel it to its direction. I feel like Elon Musk does a really good job with that type of stuff. But I just started getting into like all his work and stuff like that. Him as a person was a different story, but like in regards to like what he actually focuses on, if you look at like, I don't know if you guys are big on him, he's kind of controversial. So some people kind of yay, some people kind of no, but he's so smart and he's very, very informative in regards to when you're talking about like energy and using different forms of energy in order to power different aspects. Like even when you're talking about like I think the energy is a big topic, and it'll be a great place for you to start since you've already kind of started and you have something going. Like you said, you're building your cooler, I feel as though that's something you could ping pong.
I have to agree with her on that. I think that would be the perfect start for your videos. You know what I mean? And I know, like for me, I've tried all this extra stuff on formatting and everything. I've got like I got a channel on YouTube for freaking strange stories. I've got one for science. I've got one for a mix between science and politics and all that stuff, you know. And then that's not even with my gaming stuff. And I've tried all this stuff, and really the best way I've found is what we're doing here. You know what I mean? Come out with your stuff, make your video, and just basically wing it. You know what I mean? The way you feel
find your tribe
about how you want to do it. And I mean, just from our conversation today, you've already got one guy that's going to sit and watch your video, guaranteed. Okay.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll check out my channel. I really do have to go now.
Yeah.
But I try to be a good Minds member. I make a point to make original content, or at least if I'm posting memes, finding the memes somewhere else and bringing them to Minds instead of reminding all the time.
Yeah.
So I try to keep it fresh as much as I can. But now for my own stuff, I've got a lot of plans. I still don't know how I'm going to do it all, but
that's all the reason to discuss it. You might find investors. You might find people that are extremely interested. You know what I mean? People that are interested in your concept. But make sure you get your money off the top, because I don't play about these investors. I'm just gotta let you know that part. But it's definitely something that you should definitely consider, because you have all your plans. Okay, we're not going to keep going because we could do this. I
definitely got to go. So I'm out, folks. So I'll catch you next time.
Glad you showed up, man. Appreciate it.